Good morning. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. The sun literally just came out the minute I walked into the greenhouse. We haven't had sun in a couple days. We haven't had rain either, just cloudy conditions all day long. Kind of puts you in a gloomy mood a little bit, so I'm really thankful to see the sun out this morning. My videos have been a little sparse the last couple weeks. I just got a new camera, so I have a lot of motivation now to get back up and running again. I'm hoping to do at least a couple videos a week. I kind of want to add a little bit of different feel to my channel, so I'm pretty excited about the camera I got. I can use it for photography and videography. I was kind of using my phone before, and I really wanted to step back into some of the stuff that I really love. I'll tell you guys how I got into photography. Like years ago when I started college, my dad had a camera. He had liked photography, and I picked it up and started using it. It was like a film camera. So yeah, Stone Age compared to all the technology they have today, but I learned how to use it. I took some classes, and ever since then I've been hooked. It's just been a hobby. I saw how amazing and beautiful things were, so I wanted to capture everything. The sunrises, the sunsets, flowers, trees, landscape, people, moments in time, just kind of everything in between, and it just kind of morphed from there. And I've taught myself a lot of stuff, and then when I started vlogging, I really taught myself how to do videography. I really want to utilize those skills that I've learned and taught myself, and I want to use it to share with y'all, because I know there are so many things out there that are beautiful that we always just take for granted, really. So this gives me incentive to get out there, to use it, to find the beauty and share it with you all. I know there are people that reach out to me on my channel saying they don't get out a lot. They really appreciate, some of the stuff I capture and the beauty of East Tennessee and just wherever we go. So I thought that would be something, since God gave me a gift to use, that I want to share that with you guys, because that is why we're here, to share and fulfill our purpose. So I want to add this stuff as an interesting way to my story, to my vlog, sharing God's creation and incorporate it in the stuff I put on here. And I hope that will bring a smile to you guys and give you guys something to look at in this world of destruction and negativity. That'll be something positive to see and help us remember that there's a lot to be thankful for, and everything is in God's control and not ours. If we just trust in Him and remember to focus on fulfilling our purpose, because we all have one every single day, that we're still blessed to be here. I'll start with a few things happening in the greenhouse that are pretty amazing. I want to show you all. I have these two lemon trees. This one I got last year when I went on vacation. This one was given to me by Eli's girlfriend, Grace, and I had this one start blooming last year. It was about this time of year, and it started getting little bitty lemons on it, and I'll show you guys the bloom because it's just really neat. I wish you all could smell it, because it is absolutely amazing smelling, and it just fills this greenhouse with a fragrance. It's just awesome. Now here's some right here, and actually they're all over, so I'm not really sure how old this plant is right here, but it's just a little bit bigger than this one, and it's just covered in blooms. So last year we had a cold snap in December, and when I mean cold snap, it was very cold, not something that we're used to here in East Tennessee. We were at 4 degrees. And it really kind of affected a lot of stuff around. Outside plants just were stunted this spring because of it. I noticed when my lemon tree was blooming after those last couple days of that cold snap, they dropped all their lemons. So I'm thinking this year that if we have any cold snaps, that I'm going to either bring the tree in the house or in the basement, because it will be warmer. It stayed pretty warm in here. I have a pellet stove. It was probably just too much of a drop for that one. I'd say we were probably in here with my stove on, we were probably around 50. Could have been in the 40s. I should have cranked my stove all the way up, but I didn't. So we'll make arrangements for that this year if something like that happens. I'm learning, y'all. I'm not an expert at plants. I know there's channels out there that they know every single name of all these plants and how all of them do, can tell you everything. I can't do that, but I do learn how to take care of the plants through experience and just watching the plants and how they do from year to year. And just my neighbor, he has a greenhouse, so he has taught me a lot of things. So it's a learning experience every day. I feel like I'm definitely learned a lot over the last couple of years just by having a greenhouse. And watching how the plants behave through the different season changes and stuff like that. I've actually got to run out and do a few errands, but I think I'll show you guys a few of the pretty plants going on right now. And this is one of my echeverias, so pretty. And sometimes if I can't remember the name of plants, we give them names. This one is Audrey. Well, this is a raindrop echeveria, and you can see how easily it is to remember the name of it because of the little raindrops on the leaf. This one right here has popped up a pretty bloom. It blooms probably at least 4 times a year. This is my arbicola, and I remember the name of this one because Seth got it for me for Mother's Day, and it was sitting outside the greenhouse all summer, but I thought that it might be about time to bring it in because we were in the 40s the other night, actually 41. We're at 71. It's about time to bring all the plants that can't live out here for the winter inside the greenhouse. All right, guys, I'm back home. I'm so glad to be back home. Listen to that happy bird. I think it's like a mockingbird or something. It goes off all the time. I'll sit on the porch and call my mom, and sometimes we can't hear each other for like all the stuff it's mimicking. And it says like pretty bird, it says all kinds of things, or at least I hear them. The greenhouse fan is on. It has warmed up in here. Oh yes, it's 87. But it is a very, very pretty day. Oh no, I forgot to open the window. I hate when I do that because that fan needs to pull air through somewhere. Look at that new leaf coming up on the palm tree. 2 of them actually. They'll come up like that and then they'll slowly open, and you can still see where they're connected right there. It's really cool. But I'm going to take a walk through my flower garden, give some updates. Everything's starting to look like winter's coming soon. There are still some butterflies. I see them occasionally. I have radishes coming up. And then some lettuce, some head lettuce. I don't know how that'll do, just because it will drop off cold pretty soon. I may have to put like a frame over this if I'm wanting to keep it going. My hummingbird vine, starting to kind of dry up on the ends. I've not really been watering it. I'm just kind of letting nature take its course. There's still bees on it. Most of the zinnias have dried up. I do have some bell pepper going and some marigolds. And last year, the marigolds lasted the longest. And I have been watering them a little bit just because they're so pretty. And there are bees all over them. You see that? Still have a few lingering cherry tomatoes. Small but pretty, and that one actually turned red. I don't usually get a lot that do. So yeah, my summer garden is headed toward sleeping for winter, and that's okay. That's what it's supposed to do. Hey chickens! Y'all, the chickens have changed so much. Their color has changed as they've gotten a little bit older. They're on their little swing. Y'all see that their combs and their little faces are nice and red. So that means that they're going to be laying eggs pretty soon. I'm just kind of betting it'll be any day now. What are y'all doing? What is it? Hey, chick, chick, chick. And this is the last of my fall garden. One little strip of beans left. I'm having to come down here and water them every day. We have not had much rain at all. We're so dry. We had maybe 1 day of rain in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and it really wasn't a whole lot. So I've just been carrying buckets down the hill. We bush hogged the melon garden and didn't really have melons in it this year. We didn't have watermelon come up or anything. My father-in-law planted watermelon, but for some reason not the first one come up. We just had a bunch of gourds. I planted gourds here the year before, and we left a lot of them in here, and they just reseeded. I think they took over the watermelon, so I'll have to do something different next year, I guess, if we want watermelon. And this is a dogwood tree. It's gorgeous in the spring. And then we got a persimmon tree, which attracts the deer because all of these drop. Y'all can see them. The deer absolutely love them. Now there's like an old wives' tale that you can cut these open, and they're like really slimy inside. So if you've got any, the seed's like in a gelatin. So you got to get the seed out and then slice that seed in half. Kind of an old weather prediction. I don't know if it's true or not, but I guess I could take some to the house and we could try and see what it says. I've come up to get a cup. I think I'm going to pick some of those persimmons, and we'll take them inside and we'll go ahead and look in them. It's fall and the persimmons are ripening and falling off the trees. While these lesser known fruits may be used in puddings, folklore has it that they can also predict the weather. As the folklore goes, the inside of a persimmon seed can give an indication of the conditions of the upcoming winter. If you cut open a persimmon seed, you will see one of three shapes inside. The persimmon seed may either have a fork, knife, or spoon shape on its inside. The fork is said to stand for a mild winter. The knife shape means there will be frigid winds, and the spoon shape is supposed to represent a shovel. Therefore, you could expect plenty of snow in the upcoming winter. Alright, let's start with this one. And I'll do a couple just to compare, to see if we get different results. Now these things are pretty slimy. There's one of the seeds. Now the way these have to be cut open is very specific. The first time I ever tried it, I didn't do it right, and that's why I didn't get any result at all. And I kept wondering, what is wrong with this? Why is this not working? So when you see the seed, I think my first instinct was to cut it like that. But you actually have to go down and slice it. Imagine there's a line right on the edge, and you take your knife and you want to slice it down that way, right in the very center. Now I'm definitely seeing a spoon this year. I'll see that. I think I brought somebody in. I'm going to grab a whole new persimmon altogether. That way it won't be related to the other one. I don't really like the ickiness, the feeling of these things. Ooh. Guess that's nature's way of protecting the seed until maybe springtime. It's fascinating how that works. Now remember, you have to cut down like that if you're going to do it. Alright y'all, I think that looks like a spoon. I didn't really get a good cut on this one, so I'm going to do another one out of the same one. Well, the end of the spoon's there, but definitely a spoon. Alright, I got a good size one from another persimmon. Alright, so another shovel it looks like. So if the old ancient folklore is correct, we may be in for some snow. We don't usually get a lot of snow here. We've had a couple little pop-up snows in the last few years that were just like, within an hour it dumped like a foot of snow. So we may have something like that. We haven't had a big blizzard in a lot of years, but not to say that it's out of the realm of possibility. You never know with the weather here in East Tennessee. So I'll keep you guys updated on the weather situation. I love weather. I think it's fascinating just because, for one, it's beautiful and I can film it and take pictures of it. It's kind of part of God's landscape, but it's also sometimes can be very intimidating. I love snow, but around here we're not real prepared for snow. So when we have snow here, it's kind of like gridlock. Everybody gets locked in. Nobody knows how to drive the roads with the snow. In other areas of the United States, you know, where they get snow all the time, it's nothing to them. Where we might have a dusting here, it's like nobody can drive. So it's interesting. All right, guys, I'm wrapping this video up for the day. We've got some stuff to do this evening, heading over to our family's house, and we enjoy doing that. It's something we do every week. We've done it for many, many, many years. So we're headed over to do that, and I hope to see you guys back soon on another episode. Hopefully in about 2 to 3 days I'll have one out, and keep having some regular content coming. I hope it blesses you guys like it does me, and have a wonderful day. See you soon.